I'm a person trying to bust myths and misconceptions about Islam. Ask me anything and please keep it civil. I'm not sure if this is about myths, but as a Jew that wears the Star of David I have been harassed by Muslims for that reason and specifically for being a Jew, not even Israeli, let alone part of Israel's politics. Why is this as common as it is? What about my nationality results in as much hatred as I've received? Hi, or Shalom, nice to see a Jewish brother. Islam tells Muslims to live and let live. We are allowed to preach, but we are not allowed to harass or treat people differently because of their religion. The Prophet Muhammad had Jewish neighbors and Muslims loved with Jews in Yathrib peacefully. Some people are just hateful and spiteful, and they reflect their sad grey lives on people around them, and use Islam as an excuse to feed their feelings of power by preying on other people. I apologize for anything some of the Muslims might do or have done for you and your people. Some people are misguided. I am truly sorry. As a Jewish person, I appreciate your comment and opinion. Thanks for showing me that there is also a side of people who think the way you think and not everyone think we're the devil. You're welcome, sister. How serious do you take jinn? My friend is Muslim and seems to put a lot of weight into their existence. They exist, but we don't take them seriously. They can't hurt us, we can't see them, most they can do is bad dreams, and if you play Quran they don't come. Some bad cases needed an exorcism, but if you ask me, it's just schizophrenia that is wrote off as jinn. Actual exorcisms are much rarer than you can imagine. Hello. What do you think about the differences between US Muslims and Muslims in predominantly Muslim countries, like Iraq, Syria, Saudi Arabia, etc.? I find it hard to accept how extreme Islam is in those countries and how they treat women. Could you maybe explain your point of view? Well, Muslims in America and other countries, especially converts, find Islam harder, but they're also more divided since they chose Islam even though they weren't born into it. Treatment of women in Arab countries is getting better, some places are slower though, but that has nothing to do with Islam. The Prophet always told us to treat women properly before the Prophet was sent. Infanticide for females was normal. The Prophet prohibited that. He told us to treat women better that we treat a fragile piece of clay. He told us to ask their opinion. We can't force them to marry someone. They can work if they choose to. Islam also says that if the woman doesn't want to cook or clean, the man is required to hire a cleaner or do it himself. Literally required. Also they have a say in everything and are treated equal to men, better in some cases even, and the Prophet took their votes, yes, women vote in Islam, way before America, into account always. But some Arabs ignore the teachings of Islam, that's pure tradition. My Muslim employee once told me, as he ran his finger across his throat, women who have children out of wedlock should have their heads cut off. As he was honest and polite in normal conversation, this took me by surprise. How common is this sentiment? Very common with Arabs. While the punishment for sex out of wedlock is not punishable by death in Islam, some people practiced honor killings out of traditions. It has nothing to do with Islam. What do you think about the situation in Mecca? You know that nobody can go there right now. Does it scare you seeing the place so empty? Mecca is fine, people can still go, they only closed it for a deep clean. Prayers have resumed now, and it's not the first time Kaaba was closed, so hopefully everything is okay. I am in a nudist family, and I made a comment elsewhere about my family being nudists and was recommended to do an IAMA. I'm 14 and live with my younger brother, older sister, and parents. Is there legal issues with kids being nude? Also, are you worried that some nudist people may say they are nudists just to be able to see a bunch of strangers naked? a pervert, etc. The resort is pretty strict. They do a type of background check on people visiting and you have to prove you've gone to a nudist resort before. It's not restrictively strict like throwing people out constantly or like yelling at anyone walking by the playground who isn't a parent, but if someone is being weird or sexual they get warnings or asked to leave. I've never felt unsafe or like someone was being a pedo about anything. Everyone is nice and wants to be there. My best friends are all other kids I've met at our resort and some of the adults I've met are like other parents to me. It really is a safe and fun place to be for me. I am sure it's arranged for newbies or people not used to the concept, but I think it's good and healthy for kids and anyone of any age as long as you understand it's not for sex and just seeing naked people. What's the general comment on someone having a boner? At home, mild teasing and jokes from siblings. Maybe a joke from a parent about it, but it's never abusive or mean. I mostly think they're funny too. At resorts, and public and nudist resorts, when I was like a year or two younger no one cared since a 10 to 12-year-old with one isn't really an issue and you mostly don't notice you have one at that age. I'm 14 now and I've kind of been unofficially and graduated and to having to cover it up or hide it until it dies down. Like if I get one laying by the pool I either have to roll over or lay my towel over my lap, or like if I'm in the pool I just kinda have to wait it out with anything below the waist below the water line until I'm at least semi. I'm a total virgin, I'm a 27-year-old man, total virgin, and by that I mean I've obviously never had sex, never given/gotten oral, never kissed, never held hands, never even just been in a relationship or been to a school dance. Ask me about it. Edit, can you guys please stop sexting with me? I keep getting creepy PMs. What has stopped you from being/looking for a relationship? What do your parents think of it? I do look for a relationship, but I'm always turned down. I have autism and social anxiety, so it's difficult. I don't know, I've never talked about it with them. My mom has offhandedly said that I should get a girlfriend and settles down, but she's never been direct. I'm the youngest of 3 sons, my 2 older brothers are already married and have kids, so the whole grandchild issue isn't a drive with me. Are there any kind of dating services near you that specialize in matching people with autism, Asperger's and similar conditions? Is that something you would look into or try? I'm not sure, never looked into it. Are these things you want to do? Or do you not really care? I really do. You have no idea how lonely I am, the depression is overwhelming. Do you just get anxious around women? Assuming you're into ladies. I'm into both genders. Have you ever crushed on anyone? If so, did you try asking them out? I've crushed on plenty of people. My first was in 1st grade, there was this girl in my class named Paige, I liked her, she was a gamer, I did ask her out but she rejected me, which may be what blasted all this off. My second was in 4th grade, there was this girl in my class and I remember being really into her. She had red hair, green eyes, freckles, the whole Irish shebang, but I was too scared to ask her out. Then my last real crush was in 8th grade, it was also the first and gay and emotions I'd ever felt. There was this guy in my class named Jacob, he was a football player, he was kinda rich, and most important of all he actually hung out with me even though I was a weird kid, but I obviously didn't ask him out. Wow. Okay. Well, not sure if you want advices or not, but you seem really interesting and you should probably give dating another chance because you got rejected a really long time ago. Even I've been rejected before, but hey, if it doesn't work out then it's probably not meant to be. Good luck, D. I have given it another chance, I still get rejected. What's your IQ? A lot of people with autism have high IQs. 121.